Oh yeah, so check out this cutscene.
Yeah.
No, like, think deeply about what's happening right now.
Is she off the train?
Yeah. Let's go into the docks. Boat. And cutscene's over. Great. Glad you thought about that. That was the whole cutscene.
So
I
you
double
were
checked
right,
to make sure
Sam.
that was the right
This
one.
is one of, if not the worst level in the game.
From my recent experience, I would say this is the worst level in the game. As far as combat in tight corridors, all kinds of pipes to climb and walls to shimmy.
Yeah.
It's just a complete fucking nightmare
It's
to
just
traverse.
bad.
No matter how many times I've
really
played
bad.
it, the only part that's good is the chase at the end, because simply by being a chase mission, it had to be, like, open areas where you could run.
And free-flowing.
Yeah. Also, the boss fights are real bad.
Yeah. Fortunately, it's not that hard. It's just annoying.
Also, this might be, of the loading screens in this game, this one might be the worst.
Yeah.
You don't even get a wall of text to look at this time, you just stare at a door.
It's transparently a loading screen, too.
Could be munitions, I guess. Might be to do with this Project Icarus.
Keep in mind, this was in an era where, like, the fact that you didn't need to have a loading time was very important. Like, a lot of games were advertising, like, oh, we have no loading times, because that was such a big problem in the PS2 era. Especially.
Yeah. That was definitely a weird time for games when, like you said, it felt like you couldn't have a loading time, like you weren't allowed to. Like, I remember Tony Hawk's American Wasteland said that, even though it had loading skate tunnels. Like, Mass Effect tried to advertise that, but it had its infamous elevators.
Yeah, then they became infamous for the elevators. The
And it
one where
feels
it
like
became a
recently-
running joke in the franchise.
Feels like recently we've become okay with loading screens again, but there was that period of time where
Yeah.
people just adamantly refused to have them.
Like, that was whole part of the Uncharted's draw, is that you had that one initial load and then you never load at all for the rest of the game.
Yeah. I guess you're right, just coming off fresh off the PS2 era.
Yeah.
People were super pissed about loading all the time.
Yeah, so like I can understand why they did this, but it is a transparent loading screen, and unlike like actual loading screens, these are usually fixed and then how much time it takes for them.
Yeah, because I installed this game on an SSD, so you could see the loading chapter in the top left whenever a cutscene goes, and it lasts all of 3 seconds. So if this was an actual loading screen, it would have been 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Instead,
so
you
like
have to wait the actual fixed amount of time to make sure the slowest, like, Xbox 360 hard drive could get this game loaded. Then the doors open.
And that's why
There we go.
Yeah, here comes a fixed combat section because we had no choice. I don't think you're allowed to open the final gate until all the enemies are in this level were defeated.
So what it is it's a door with that turning wheel, and they will slaughter you, even on easy difficulty,
Yeah,
if you
so
don't
you
kill them all.
have to beat them all, so you have even a chance of opening that door.
It's not like a red barrier or anything, but like there's no way in hell. I've tried. You cannot open the door unless you maybe like kite all of them across the map, but at some point just kill
Unless you find some way to glitch through it.
them. Yeah.
And I'm sure someone has.
Such shows all the license plates or barcodes, which is
This
pretty
game
good.
is a good game for speedrunning, because that's kind of the whole point.
Yeah. Today that would be esport. Back then it was speedrunning. Here's Edge Esports. Sounds great.
Yeah. Gotta. I really can't stand the fixed combat rooms. I can't stand them.
I really do wonder what Catalyst is going to do with it, because it will have enemies, at least as far as I've seen the screen, so I'm curious what they're going to do with it.
They have to, because that is part of the thrill of running is running away from someone who wants to catch you.
Yeah, and just, fear of death makes things interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those guys are the ones that I can never do their disarm. I've never been able to do it successfully.
Yeah.
So I think
once you get good at it, you can do it. You can do it consistently. It's really easy. Once you practice, it takes practice.
So I should also point out this game does have a pacifist run achievement, much like Deus Ex, and I think much like Deus Ex, yeah,
the pacifist run isn't not fighting enemies because you have to. You get a pacifist achievement for never firing a gun.
Yeah. So, much like Deus Ex, I had a similar problem where the first time I played this game and I was going for not the first time I played this game, but when I was going for that run on the 360 version, I think I fired a gun in like the first level, and I didn't realize it, and it fucked me over in the final level.
You did it in this playthrough too, actually.
Yeah, I did it on purpose though,
Yeah.
because I knew I wasn't getting pacifist.
I
Deus
thought
Ex Team Revolution did the same thing. I shot somebody in tutorial, never killed anybody since then.
it was
Never
also the
pacifist
fact
stupid.
that in Deus Ex, like if you shot your tranquilizer dart wrong, it could accidentally kill someone.
I didn't know that. That's great.
Like if you shoot someone in the head with a tranquilizer dart, it does have a chance of killing them.
That's fantastic.
Which is why what you're supposed to do is just shoot your gun into the air, take your stun gun out, wait for them to come around the wall, then just tase them, and then wait for the next person to do that and repeat ad nauseum.
What a way to play. Let's look at that. Mankind Divided and Catalyst both coming out next year. Or did Mankind get delayed? Well, it got delayed, but I don't think it got delayed till.
Yeah, still come out next year.
Okay. Yeah, it's like August now, I think. Fall. Oh, this level is such crap.
Mm-hmm.
I just played this like, it must have been like 1 p.m. when I was playing this, and I was hungry, I was tired, I was like, I don't want to play the ship again, and I had to keep playing. I had to keep loading up checkpoints of the ship. And like playing like one section, realizing the recording got completely botched, play it again.
As the jerk who forced you through that, I'm so sorry.
Such a jerk.
I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Like if it was like, it's funny that like level 1 was the one that was perfect as far as the recording. But only the later levels got fucked up for some reason.
Mm-hmm. And it's just fucking... It's the platforming of this game at its worst.
Tight corridors, very, very small time to sprint.
And, you know, I can't blame them totally because there's no way they could have really understood what made the game great. Since it was their first try at making a game like this. So there were going to be some more, that's almost guaranteed, but I feel like they lost sight of what their premise was halfway through the game. Almost. And I do wonder if that's just the fact that it was rushed or if there was something else that kind of like... Or if they just ran out of ideas. Or something.
I would have to suspect rushing at some point, because oh my god.
And again, I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just speculating. I'm not going to play armchair game designer and say that like there's a concrete reason that they could have made this better. I don't know. This might have been the best they could do given the resources. It's just disappointing is all. It really is.
Should be a way through to the top deck above you.
Oh, I'm being lulled to sleep by how boring this fucking level is.
There's not much to say about it, honestly.
Nope. The ship sucks.
It's just platforming. I made the same point like 10 times now, so I'm not going to say it 11th time.
But now you get into a pitch sniper battle.
feels like they didn't have enough time. And I can't blame them for that. That's not their fault. They didn't have enough time. Didn't have enough time.
You
And
ready
that's
for a
why
boss
it's so
fight?
hard to talk about this game. Because she snipes you with a fucking pistol?
No, I think she put the sniper somewhere. I don't know, maybe. What a great boss fight.
This is so boring to watch.
Granted,
Remember we were talking about earlier how the game just looks so good in motion? Earlier?
Yep.
This is
Like
just
an hour
fucking
ago.
boring.
He's getting away.
Your first person parkour game, we're having a fucking fight.
And that's like, this is on like try number 4 or 5 that I did that fight. Like, imagine fucking up part of that fight. You don't know what to do.
Like, I'm okay if they made that a chase and tackle sequence. I'm fine with that because that fits in with what this game's like core is. But in fact, it's like a fist fight. It's like an Assassin's Creed 2 where you're just fist fighting the Pope. I mean, it's fine, I guess. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would you do that in a game about shivving people? Why would you do that? Why would you do that in a game about running around? Why would you do that? Doesn't make any sense.
But I did mention earlier, this part's actually probably the best part of the ship, just because it's a good chase sequence. You know,
Yeah.
They don't really have a bad chase sequence in this game.
Well, I mean, this game is made and broken by its chase sequences. Like, that's where the game is at its best, is when you're just running.
Yeah.
See, this is where the game is at its best.
And it's arguably works because if Jack Knight was a basic chase sequence of just follow the person, follow their lead, this one's good because it's follow their lead while they're inducing hazards on you with the gunfire. So like they already had it down. But you have to go fight again.
Man, like, this game, it makes me feel so good, but then it makes me feel so bad.
I don't like it when I feel bad.
And that's why I'm excited. It's kind of like the Watch Dogs. Why I'm excited. Why I'd be okay with the Watch Dogs 2, because I feel like if they got a second chance, they could make this game like the best thing ever.
Oh, totally.
Because for like the first half of it, it is the best thing ever.
Make the first level over and over, and then we're great.